Here we're looking at the cap of Ptah, the cap that was also worn by his son, the multi-genius Imhotep. This is blatant evidence that the worship of Ptah, along with many other Nile Valley deities, was in the land. We're even looking at their prayer formations. We're even looking at their prayer formations. This is something that cannot be overlooked. When you look at Tahuti, what I want you to look deeply at is the saturations in his headdress. Look at the saturations in his headdress, and then look at the right to the Olmec representation of Tahuti. You see those same saturations in the top of the ibis, the sacred ibis of what we call Tahuti, Jehuti. Again, we're looking at the symbolic meaning of Tahuti in the Olmec or Mayan culture here. Olmec being the mother culture of all civilizations in the Americas, the mother culture. And we can easily go into the artifacts that were left by the Olmecs and see where Tahuti and Ptah was one of the major deities being worshipped here in the so-called Americas. Again, we're looking at the sacred baboon, sacred to Tahuti. Now on the right is an Aztec priest. What you see on the top of his headdress, a falcon. The worship of Heru. All of these deities, you got to understand that all of these deities from the Nile Valley had come to the Americas. And one way or form, shape, or another, that all the Nile Valley deities were being worshipped in the Americas. This is not a coincidence. You find pyramids. You find the same deities on the wall. Quetzalcoatl, the flying serpent. We also see that originated in the Nile Valley. We also see that the flying serpent originated in the Nile Valley. Looking at this creation or photo of Shu holding up heaven, and the goddess Nut represented as heaven, if you look to the top, the left and the right, you will see the two winged serpents, which the Olmec brought to the Americas, in which they call Quetzalcoatl. Now on this vid, look at the dead center of the Incan headdress, and you will see the eye of Ra, the eye of Heru in the middle of his headdress. I'm the pyramid builder. When you was over there playing with mud, we was cutting stone. Quit playing with mud and learn to cut stone. That's where masonry come from. We're talking about cutting stone. A lot of people think that secret society started with the cracker, with Freemasonry. That's not so. Secret society started in Africa. Secret society started in Africa. When I talk about the craft of Amun-Ra, craft means institution, educational institution. All crafts, you could be a mathematician, you could be a stonemason, you could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer. Those are crafts. So you had to go through the craft of Amun-Ra, which is the grand temple of Karnak, the largest temple on the planet Earth. You can look it up, Google it up, Karnak, K-A-R-N-A-K, Karnak, the largest temple ever built. And in the course of its history, it held 80,000 students at one time, and all lessons, all knowledge in the universe was taught in that temple. So when you come to the pyramid fields of the world, the one on the left is in China. The one next to that is the pyramid field of Giza. The one next to that, Teotihuacan. And the star system of Orion is the far left. showing that they were all aligned with Orion's belt. But it started in the Nile. We still see the evidence. It is overwhelming. These niggas talking about pyramids up under the water. See, that's where they can go because you can't easily prove that. They always talking about esoteric. You don't know the esoteric meaning of what they talking about. That's just like what the Masons say. We got the secret. That's their way of hiding the fact that they don't know shit because you can't do no research on that. They got to give you the answer. This is their way of lying and misleading the people. Our artifacts are overwhelmingly put down in the Nile for all to see. You ain't got to go searching high and low to find the evidence. Here it is. So when you're looking at Teotihuacan, you got to understand that it's nothing but a replica of the Giza Plateau. But it is a lesser technology, much lesser than what was in the Nile. This is looking at it from the top, showing that it is a step pyramid. That's exactly what it is, a step pyramid, and the crackers tampered with the pyramid because originally it was only 4 steps. One of the crackers carved the top step in to again mislead the people one way or another as to the origin of where it came from. Now here's the pyramid of Khufu. Now as we talk about pyramids, and a lot of people want to kick mathematics, let's drop this mathematics. There is only one place on the planet that created a true pyramid. If you know geometry, a pyramid comes to a point. And it is only in the Nile Valley, Egypt, and Nubia where the true pyramid is to be found. You understand what I'm saying? This shows you that the architectural development and engineering, civil engineering in the Nile Valley reached an apex which could not be duplicated nowhere else.